Alright, what's up guys? Butters from Team Simply Mod here. I want to give you guys an update of probably our most interesting deck we've done, the Ma'at Madness or Chaos Ma'at deck. We did this about a year ago, and I just thought we'd give you a little bit of an update what the deck would be like with the new ban list changes and some of the meta changes, so let's get right into it. So the purpose of this deck is to get out our Ma'at, the card that our channel is named after. Funny story. The whole reason that this card, that we based it off, our name off this card, was we just bought a premium, I think it was a premium pack, and this was in it, and we thought it was just such a ridiculous kind of name, and the effect was, well, good. It was so weird. Plus, like, all the swag with all the Millennium items it has, so yeah, so the point of this deck is to get a Ma'at and then to use its effect to look at the top 3 cards of your deck, add any of those that you name to your hand, and then the attack and defense become equal to the number of cards times 1,000 that you add. So this combos with this card, Spellbook Organization, which allows you to look at the top 3 cards of your deck. So if you play this while you have Ma'at and you activate the effect, you know the 3 cards that you'll be adding. And so to get Ma'at, you have to use a light dragon type monster and a light fairy type. You send those to the graveyard, and then you can special summon Ma'at. And so what we did was we loaded up this deck with light fairies and light dragons, and then we kind of added the rest of the chaos and the dragon engine. So we have 3 Marshmallow. These are just good for stalling until you're able to get a light dragon out, and then you can send both of them. We used to run 2 rabbits, and I debated taking the rabbit engine out now that we only have 1, but I thought it was still good to keep it in, especially because a lot of our duels we actually just won by beating down with Alexandrite Dragon. So I thought just the fact that we need to have a high monster count, and the fact is you can still use rabbit and then use tour guide to get Leviaris and get back that rabbit. So I still thought it was worth. So we have 3 Alexandrite Dragons and 3 Duname's Dark Witch, and these are used with rabbit. So it's actually, I guess if you want to make this deck in real life, it's good that Duname's got reprinted. I think it was in Joey's World. It got reprinted, and thanks to pointing out one of our subscribers, Gene Warp Duelist, who actually made this deck in real life. He pointed out that when we originally made this deck, this was only a I think it was like a championship pack secret or super, so it was like $50. So, but now it's cheap. So, then one Eclipse Wyvern just to get basically just to get Red Eyes or Dad once it gets banished. Honest and So Much is Light. And we just kind of have the Dragon Engine. We have Red Eyes and 3 Light Pulsar. And Light Pulsar, since it's Light Dragon, it can also be used. Plus just the fact that having Red Eyes plus Light Pulsar, you can just continually, get back, your dragons. And the 3 Tour Guides with Night Assailant. 2 Chaos Sorcerers, so that's another one of the changes. We got another Chaos Sorcerer back as well as another Tour Guide. So the 2 Chaos Sorcerers in BLS. Most of the time, these are what win us the game. And then we also have Trigodias. These are just good. So if you have a high monster hand, you can stall with them. Plus the fact that this is a level 10 and Ma'at's level 10, so you can then go into level 10 Exceeds, which we'll show you at the end. Then 1 Dad, and then we run a fair amount of spells compared to most Chaos Dragons deck, even though all it is a Dark Hole, 3 MSTs, 3 Lances, just because you want to protect Ma'at if you get it out there. Plus, I guess like a BLS or a Red Eyes, you want to just protect those monsters. And then 3 Spellbook Organization, and since we don't have any other traps, 1 Treacherous Trap Hole. So yeah, I mean the main difference, this is basically like an old school Chaos Dragon deck, except for without any of the Light Swarm monsters, and then the Ma'at engine thrown in, we could say. And so for the side, to Victoria, this is good just because it's a light fairy plus. So if you're playing against like hieratic dragons, you can target 1 dragon type monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon that. So it's basically just good for that matchup. 2 Kaiko, 1 Thunder King, 3 Maxi, 1 of Deck Devi and Eradicator, 2 Overworked to deal with Fire Fist, 2 Mind Crush, and 1 Torrential. And so for the extra deck, for our rank 3s off the Tour Guide, Zenmaines, Tentempo, Leviair, important to get back that Rescue Rabbit after it's been used. A lot of level 4s, Starliege, one of my personal favorite Exceeds, I run it in Worms a lot. Queen Dragon, which is good since we have the Dragon engine, and then just some Black Ship, Cowboy, Dweller to deal with, Water, Laval Chain, a very good deck in Dragons. I saw on our arc one of I'd say the best level 4, rank 4 Exceed, and then X-Ton Knight as well. These two are very expensive, so in real life, if you're going to make this deck, you don't have to necessarily have this. That's the thing, this is generally it's a pretty cheap deck considering everything has been reprinted. Lances in this build are the only thing that's, probably above $3, I'd say, because Light Pulsar is probably, at 3, the BLS reprints at about 3, so overall this is a very cheap deck besides, the extra deck. And then we have a Tomb and M7 for going into it with Light Pulsar and Chaos Sorcerer. And again, Tragodia is good because you can use a Tragodia effect to target, so you just target one monster graveyard and this level becomes the same as that target's. So this is great to get out the number of Exceeds. And then we have our rank 10s. So if you get these off, you're pretty awesome. Gustav Max, and then Super Dimensional Robot Galaxy Destroyer. I remember when we played the deck, that was the goal, to get out one of these. We never did, but it's okay. So maybe that'll be our goal in the future. So thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions or suggestions about the deck, feel free to let us know. Maybe we'll be playing some more DN with this deck, and we'll see how the changes affect it. So thanks for watching.